If you've been watching this channel, you knew exactly that this is a major manipulation, and we use this major manipulation as a major accumulation phase for Bitcoin. And we bought exactly the bottom of this major downwards trend, because when there's fear in the market, this usually is the best time to invest. Wait, you didn't buy the bottom? What are you waiting for? Smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back to B4Crypto. Yes, we finally saw that the market broke out from this major downwards trend. The 13 moving average on the weekly chart, we broke towards the upside. And can you remember that I told you that this move towards the upside is going to catch a lot of people off guard, and still a lot of people are in disbelief, because if we go over to the psychology of the markets, we are at the moment in the disbelief stage, because we could see this major anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, and also depression. Mostly it was anger and depression in this major sideways move that we could see for Bitcoin, but we used this opportunity to dollar cost average into these major coins. And talking about major coins, if we go over to the weekly bubbles, these are the returns that you would have gotten if you would have invested exactly a week ago. We could see that Nakamoto Games went up 63%, so we're going to look at some of these altcoins, and especially Nakamoto Games, because I called it a few weeks ago in exactly this video. I told you, get ready, we're about to see a major breakout, and the video before was wake up now, the biggest crypto breakout. And yes guys, if we're going to go over to the charts, this was exactly the bottom. So once again, we took this major advantage. We bought exactly the low when everybody was extremely fearful. But in this video, we're going to focus on what we could expect in the immediate short term on the charts of Bitcoin and some of these altcoins. But most importantly, guys, we're once again going to look at the cycles of Bitcoin, because we can see that history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. But if you want to profit from all of these moves, guys, I made some changes to my paid signal group. I converted my paid signal group into a free group. The only thing that you need to do is first of all sign up to BloFin and deposit at least $50 and then send me your UID so that I know that you completed all of these tasks, and then you're going to get absolutely free access to my signal group, because we've been racking in some major profits, because at the moment we are in some trades in Rune, Casper, and also Solana, and we can see that our stop loss is already in profit. So guys, if you want to copy all of these trades and be profitable in this crypto market and earn some passive income, all you need to do is join my free Telegram group, where you'll find all the information how to sign up to BloFin. And guys, we're going to make some major profits, because all of my trades are absolutely transparent. You get access to this link where you can find all the results, and we have been racking in 63% on the total account. So yes guys, we're only trading with 10% on each trade. So yes, we're having a firm risk to reward ratio. We are consistently, we're not here to catch this one big trade. So yes, I'm absolutely transparent. And let's go back over to the market psychology, because yes guys, we can see that a lot of people are only going to enter in this belief, thrill, or euphoria time, where all this FOMO is going to start and all the people are just going to throw their money into cryptocurrencies. But guys, these people are going to buy the top, because if you don't have the conviction to buy the lows, you don't have the conviction to buy up here, because a lot of people are still in this disbelief phase, because they think that the price movement is going to come all the way back down, maybe even all the way to the 49,000 US dollars. So they're going to wait, and they're going to enter the market if Bitcoin is going to break its previous all-time high, because it's absolutely clear guys, we knew exactly what is going to happen. We took this major manipulation and we turned it into accumulation. And yes guys, maybe you are down 60% or even 30% on some of your altcoins because you bought in this major range. But guys, we're going to look at the altcoins, because I'm going to show you that the altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin came all the way back up to this very important level, the 65,000 US dollars. And if we're going to break this towards the upside, guys, we could expect a major bull run. And yes, I've been telling you before, it is not about timing the market, it is about time in the market. And this is extremely important guys, because you can't predict the market, you can just act accordingly. And if you're going to buy the top, and a lot of people bought the top, and a lot of people also sold exactly here, because they thought that the price is going to dump even lower. But what did the market do? Yes, it did exactly the opposite. And this is why I always told you, a lot of people will be catched off guard, because they don't expect this major breakout towards the upside. And this is only the beginning. And on the crypto bubbles, we can see these major returns only in 1 week. So yes guys, we could expect a major run, because we've been talking about the cycles of Bitcoin. On the 1st of September, I posted this, September in a bull market, the final chance to buy before liftoff, and exactly that happened, guys. So yes, all of these predictions came true, because we can predict the price movement of Bitcoin due to the previous cycles. And yes, on the monthly returns of Bitcoin, September was usually a bad month, but we can see we are up 7.22%, which is actually quite good if we're going to look at the average returns at round about 3.7%. But guys, we can see that October, November and December are usually extremely good months, because if we're going to look at the years after the Bitcoin halving in the year 2020, we saw that Bitcoin went up 27% in October, 42% in November and 46% in December. And in the previous halving in the year 2016, we saw that Bitcoin went up 14% in October, 5.4% in November and 30% in December. So we could expect that the next 3 months are going to be extremely bullish, because we've looked at the cycles before, and if we're going to look at the previous all-time highs, like for instance in the year 2018, we saw the all-time high, bear market bottom, first pump towards the upside, all the way to the Bitcoin halving, a major consolidation which lasted exactly 153 days, and then we saw this parabolic move towards the upside. And yes, I always told you that this is going to be the second best entry, because yes, I started my YouTube channel exactly at the bottom. So if you didn't buy here, this would have been your best entry price, and your second best entry would have been this major consolidation. And yes guys, even in the halving before, we saw all-time high, bear market bottom, pump towards the halving, a consolidation which once again lasted 153 days, and even in the previous halving, exactly the same scenario. In the year 2012, major push, major bear market, consolidation, 152 days later, we saw this parabolic break towards the upside. And yes guys, exactly as predicted, 153 days later, we can see that after this consolidation, the price movement of Bitcoin is finally breaking out from this major consolidation. And if we're going to break the $65,000, guys, we could expect a major explosion towards the upside. And yes, this is only the beginning, just extremely early, because this major run is only going to start, and most of the people are just going to get conviction if Bitcoin is going to break the previous all-time high, and that we're going to see this major push all the way to the $80,000. But guys, they're buying the tops, because maybe around the $80,000 we're going to see the next consolidation, and once again all of these people bought the tops. And that's why we made these videos, guys, that 99% of people will lose money, because they're only going to get conviction if Bitcoin is going to break this previous all-time high, and all of these altcoins will be absolutely flying. But before we're going to go over to the altcoins, let's look at Bitcoin on the lower time frames, because on the daily chart we can see that Bitcoin is about to break the 200 moving average, which I told you in the previous video is going to be the next major level for Bitcoin. And as soon as we're going to break the $65,000, this is going to be a fast move towards the upside. And if we can hold the $65,000, guys, Bitcoin formed a higher high in comparison than the previous ones. So this gives us the ultimate signal that the overall trend is turning around, because Bitcoin has its low, a higher low, and also a higher high, and this is ultimately giving us the signal that the overall trend has turned around. But we're going to once again look at the Fibonacci retracement level from the previous high all the way back down to the low. Let me just drag this up all the way to the previous low, which is exactly here. And yes, we can see that once again the Fibonacci retracement level gave us a perfect indication. We broke the 78.6, which was exactly here at the $61,000. We got some resistance at the 88.6, and now we are finally breaking the 200 moving average. So I do expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to see a fast move all the way to the $65,000. But guys, be prepared that we could expect a retracement to scare out all the bulls and to see a consolidation in between this major zone of the 200 moving average, which is exactly the $64,000, and all the way to the $65,000. So I do expect a consolidation before we're going to see this fast move all the way back up to this major downward sloping trend, because this is the trend line that Bitcoin needs to break so that we could expect that we're going to revisit the previous all-time high. And yes guys, if you thought this move is going to be quick and going to catch a lot of people off guard, this move is going to be even quicker. And if we go on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart, we can see that Bitcoin is moving up in stairs, and this is absolutely healthy. We're seeing a pump, consolidation, a pump, back above this major level, the 61.8, we got this retracement from the $60,000 which perfectly lines up with the 61.8 exactly here. We held this trend line towards the upside and we came once again back above the 88.6. So yes guys, this is going to be extremely important for Bitcoin to break the $65,000. But why do I expect that altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin? Because if we're going to look on the weekly chart, yes, Bitcoin went all the way from the range high all the way to the range low, and now we can see that Bitcoin is already all the way up at this major level. So yes, we saw this retracement. If we're going to take the fibs from the all-time high all the way to the swing low, came all the way up, which perfectly lines up with the 200 moving average on the daily chart. So once again, we can see this major confluence on the weekly and also the daily chart, that these levels perfectly line up. So yes, we can see that Bitcoin had this major move already all the way above the midline of this major consolidation, because the 50% Fibonacci retracement level is the midline in between this major consolidation range from the previous high all the way to the low. And if we're going to go over to Nakamoto games, yes, in the same time period, we saw that Nakamoto from the range high all the way to the range low is only at the 23.6, but Bitcoin in this major consolidation phase that we could see is already at the 61.8. So we can see that Nakamoto games, to catch up to Bitcoin, is going to move all the way up to the 61.8 in a fast move, because we could see exactly in these levels. I made this call on Nakamoto games, and if you would have bought exactly after my video, you would have been up 77% in only 2 weeks. So yes guys, this is extremely bullish. But if we're going to look at the price target to the 61.8 and only to the 61.8, because if Bitcoin is going to break its previous all-time high all the way up here, we could expect that Nakamoto games is also going to follow, and we could expect this pump all the way up to the $5 level. So yes, if we're just going to look at the price movement from the current price just all the way to the 61.8, this will be another 79%, and all the way to the previous high, this is going to be 162% in a immediate short term. Because remember guys, Bitcoin is already at the 61.8 and all of these altcoins are lagging behind. And we also looked at Injective, and I made this call exactly here, where we opened this box exactly here. When I published the video, you would have been down exactly from your entry all the way to the swing low 20%. But in a short period of time, we can see that exactly from these levels all the way to the current price movement, you are up 19%. And if we're going to go all the way up to the previous high, this is going to be 144%. So yes, all of these coins are at a major discount, and we could expect this breakout and a major parabolic run towards the upside, not only for Bitcoin, but for the overall crypto market, because on weekly bubbles, we can see that these coins are ready to lift off. And if we're going to go on the daily bubbles, we can see that AR and Nakamoto games went up 17 and 16% in one single day. And if we're going to go on the monthly chart guys, if you would have invested a month ago into all of these projects, yes guys, you would have made some major profits. But we can see that some of these coins are still at a discount on the monthly time frame. So yes guys, what are you waiting for? Now's the time to really load up, because this major parabolic run is only going to get started, and you're still here, you're still early, you still have the opportunity to enter before 99% of the overall market is going to enter, and this major FOMO is going to start. And believe me guys, if you're going to invest now, you can easily make a 5 to 10x on your portfolio. So make sure to be subscribed guys, and if you want to copy all of my trades, go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group, where you'll find all the information how to join my Signal group. Keep in mind, you only have to sign up to Blofin, send me your UID, and at least deposit $50 to activate your account. And make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.